Welcome to the Big Wiz workshop. My name is Wenqiang Cui. I'm a PhD candidate at NTNU. Today, I'd like to share with you a web-based scalable visual exploration approach for large multidimensional data. Currently, there are two main approaches for visualizing large multidimensional data in parallel coordinates plot. One is a combination of edge bundling layouts and clustering algorithms. This method aims to reduce visual clutter and overplotting, and also display potentially interesting patterns generated by the automatic clustering algorithms. Another method is based on big data infrastructure and hardware accelerated rendering to reduce computing and rendering time. However, these two types of approaches do not support real-time interactions to adjust the clustering or visualization results. It means that they cannot integrate human judgment into the edge bundling process, and they are also hard to be adapted to web applications. To address these challenges, in this work, we present a web-based scalable visual exploration approach for large multidimensional data. And our method supports the human-in-the-loop edge bundling process in parallel coordinates. This is an overview of our method. Figure A is a visualization of the course dataset in a classic parallel coordinates plot. Figure B is the initial edge bundling result. In Figure B, the black points on each axis are the control point, and between two control points it is a cluster. Figure C is the final interpretable visualization of the dataset. It is based on Figure B and generated through the real-time user interactions. In our paper, we call the process from Figure B to Figure C as the human-in-the-loop edge bundling process. During this process, human judgment is integrated into the edge bundling process in parallel coordinates plot. And more importantly, during this process, users can continuously gain insights from data and visualization. So, the real-time interactions are the key of this process. This figure shows the 5 real-time interactions provided by our approach. First, each axis has a clickable area called axis area around it. Double-clicking on this axis area will add a new control point to the corresponding position on the axis. Then this new control point here will split the original cluster into two new clusters. And double-clicking on a control point will delete it. Then the two adjacent clusters of the deleted control point will be merged into a new cluster. And dragging a control point along the axis will adjust the size of the two adjacent clusters. Dragging axis label will reorder the axis. Mouse over a bundle will highlight it and its related bundles. Next, I will discuss how these interactions are supported in our approach. Our approach is based on the combination of data binding-based clustering and confluent drawing. It uses data binding to cluster data points for each dimension. The initial number of clusters in each dimension is configured by users, and for each dimension, all the initial clusters have the same diameter. Then our approach uses confluent drawing to merge these edges into a bundle. Confluent drawing enables groups of edges to be merged together and drawn as tracks to facilitate tasks where the user needs to follow lengths. The density of each bundle is computed to define the width of the bundle. This means a wider bundle contains more edges. In our approach, the combination of data binding-based clustering and confluent join is the basis for the real-time interactions. These two steps together reduce much computation time and rendering time for large datasets, which is proved by several experiments. Next, I will share with you the result of these experiments. Our approach contains two time-consuming processes, the clustering and rendering process. We first performed a runtime analysis of the clustering process. The result is shown in this table. The runtime is measured by the second. According to this table, the computation time of data binding based clustering is linearly dependent on the number of dimensions, the number of data points, and the number of clusters. More importantly, it took less than 1 second to bundle 1 million data points for 4 dimensions. Then we compared the rendering time of our method with the classic parallel coordinates plot and another edge bundling parallel coordinates plot that also uses confluent join to merge edges. The result is shown in this table. It shows that the rendering time of our approach is independent of the number of data points, which took approximately 0.002 seconds for each dataset. Furthermore, according to the reviewers' comments, we also evaluated our method with a comparative user study. This user study is not included in the paper. We compared our method with another edge bundling parallel coordinates plot. These figures are the static images used in the user study. Figure A and B are the visualization of our approach of the cars dataset and the office dataset. Figure C and D are the visualization of the compared method of the same dataset. In the user study, the participants completed two common tasks by using these images. One task is a correlation estimation and another is a subset tracing. For each task, there are several questions. The participants use the same time to complete the tasks and answer the questions for both two methods. This table shows the result of the user study. It shows that our method has similar performance to the compared method in terms of correlation estimation and subset tracing. However, our method is much faster than the compared method. In the user study, the images of our method is generated through the real-time interactions, which totally took several seconds. In contrast, the compared method took more than 3 minutes to generate those images. In conclusion, our method has two advantages. One is the scalability. It provides a scalable and interpretable way of visually exploring large multidimensional data. And another advantage is interaction. It supports the human-in-the-loop edge bundling process by providing real-time interactions of adjusting the clustering and visualization results. Finally, I'd like to thank you for watching this video.